I'm Larry Fedoruk, and this is I Was 8. Top up your eggnog, throw another Yule log on the fire. That's right, nog and a log. And settle in for the I Was 8 Holiday Special.
Season 4, Chapter 11. Merry Everything. Happy Always.
Like many Ukrainian and Eastern European families, as a kid, we didn't celebrate Christmas by the Gregorian calendar. You know, the world calendar. We'd celebrate Christmas by the Julian calendar, as we often called it, the old calendar. As the holidays approached, my early understanding of this concept was somewhat difficult for me. Larry, Christmas is on the way. Do you know what calendar we observe?
Yes. Unless this is some sort of trick question, I think I got this. We observe the Resix hardware calendar on the kitchen wall between the door and the window. I observed it myself only this morning during Frosted Flakes.
No, Larry, we observe the Julian calendar.
So it was a trick question. So this Julian, does he have a hardware store?
No.
Gas station?
No.
Lumber yard?
No.
Then why does he have a calendar?
It's a long story, but what this means is that our Christmas is going to be 2 weeks after December 25th.
What about New Year's?
Also 2 weeks later.
Easter?
That depends. Some years, yes, it's later.
So Jesus has to die twice some years?
No, not exactly.
Wait a minute. Does this mean that I get to start school in the fall 2 weeks later than everybody else?
No.
Halloween?
That's the same.
So just the Jesus dates then?
Yes, I guess so.
Well, this is all very confusing. Can we agree on this? Is today Tuesday?
Yes, it is.
Oh, what a relief. I didn't want to miss the Huckleberry Hound show.
People often joked how smart we were to delay our Christmas to Julian's January 7th, because we could just wait until December 26th and go buy everything on sale. While I imagine that my parents did take advantage of some savings on Christmas decorations and wrapping paper and the like, waiting for the sales didn't always work out well for a kid. Merry Christmas, Larry. They were all out of the Lego blocks you wanted, so we got you Schmego blocks. They're made in Czechoslovakia by dissident farmers raising funds to help overthrow the communist government. They only come in gray, and many of them don't actually fit together. Here you go.
Yay, Schmego blocks! And what's this, Monopoly?
Monopoly was also sold out, so this is Monopoly. Like Monopoly, but from Ukraine. So there's only one railroad, no electric company or waterworks, and most of the squares just say go to jail.
Yay, Monopoly. Hey, Dad, you want to play?
No.
Okay, maybe later.
Yeah, so hit and miss on family gifts, but one of my big concerns was Santa. Does he make a second trip? 'Cause I've never really heard anything about this. It's not mentioned in any of the Christmas songs. Santa Claus is coming to town twice again. One more time for the you kids. Mom, Dad, anything? Well, you know, Larry, it's actually St. Nicholas, sometimes called Father Christmas, and a long-ago tradition of gift-giving. Yeah, let me rephrase the question. Does he go out again Christmas Eve on Julian's calendar? Yes. Okay. Good, that's all I wanted to know. Jesus. Straight answers like pulling teeth around here. What's that, Larry?
Nothing. Jesus, bored. Christmas, yay.
This leads to one of the most difficult things about having to wait the extra 2 weeks for Christmas. I had to be good for 14 days longer than most of my friends. I was assured Santa was making that second trip. He knows if you've been bad or good. I'd promised to be good in my correspondence with the North Pole. Dad mailed the letters, so Old Man Claus had it in writing, printing. whatever. I mean, I signed it. I was committed. Meanwhile, my December 25th friends could return to their evil ways on their Christmas Day, noon at the latest. Once all their toys were unwrapped, played with, and stored safely in their rooms, they could start acting up again. Not me. I still had 2 weeks to go. And even my friends who were in the same Slavic boat as I was, they were no good.
Larry, can you come over and play? Yeah, I better not. I'm trying to be good. No use taking any chances. Yeah, you're right. Me too.
Of course, school was off, so I had nothing to do. Just sit at the window and watch the December 25 kids outside being naughty, while I watched from the couch being nice. It was a lonely period of time. I will say that once it finally got to our Christmas, it was fun and merry. By the way, most Ukrainians don't say Merry Christmas in Ukrainian during the season. The greeting, translated literally, is Christ is born, and the response is glory forever. At Easter, we didn't say Happy Easter, we said Christ is risen. The response, He is truly risen. I mention this because though I was pretty fluent as a child, you can imagine how the Christmas and Easter greetings could sound similar to a kid. Might be confusing in my language. They both started with Christos, that means Christ. Again, different enough, but I often got them wrong. Many is the time we'd go somewhere at Christmas and I would say, Christ has risen. What? Oh no, is it the other one? Sorry. I mean, he's born. Well, maybe he was born and then he had to get up. I regularly got it mixed up. Mind you, it was worse at Easter. Christ is born. Shut up, kid. He's dead until Sunday. Oh, sorry, wrong again? I mean no disrespect. And I didn't have to wait for Christmas Day because our big celebration was Christmas Eve. Often we'd head out to my grandparents' farm, my mother's family, the pious ones, where Grandpa and Grandma made Christmas for everyone. Their little farm cottage packed with family, grown-ups, kids, everybody. A big table that took up almost the whole place. A lot of traditions. Grandpa would bring some fresh hay into the house and place it under the table. What's that? That represents the manger, where Jesus was born. He was born under a table? There was a table in the manger? No. Shouldn't you at least put it in the bedroom? Shut up. Dinner was massive, all meatless. Actually, no animal products at all. No milk, no butter. Don't the pierogies have cheese? Shut up. No animals consumed in reverence to the holy animals who were in the manger and witnessed the birth. But Grandpa, isn't there a cow in the barn that's going to be steaks by Friday? Yes, but not tonight. Shut up. Okay, but how come we have fish? Isn't fish an animal? There were no fish in the manger. So if the manger had a fish tank, we'd only have pierogies and cabbage? Maybe. And there's always 12 dishes, Grandpa. Why 12? That represents the 12 apostles. Hold on. Jesus is just born. He has apostles already? I know, shut up. It was nice to have those traditions. All the different dishes combined to create a wonderful aroma all their own. We ate, we laughed, and then sang Ukrainian Christmas carols. My Uncle Joe could really sing, like opera. Well, not the notes, but the loud. Boy, he could really do the loud. After the meal, there were big pieces of striped hard Christmas candy. Grandpa or my dad would bring out a case of homemade root beer, nicely chilled outside in the snow. Ooh, that was some fine drinking. And we also had something that seems to be almost exclusively a Saskatchewan thing. Big cake pans full of puffed wheat cake. Puffed wheat cake. If you don't know what it is, imagine Rice Krispie squares, except made with puffed wheat cereal. And instead of marshmallows, the sweet glue was cooked syrup, and melted baking chocolate, all mixed together and squashed into a square cake pan to set, then cut into big squares. Sometimes walnut pieces mixed in, I love that, and sprinkled with semi-sweet shredded coconut. Oh, how us kids love the puffed wheat cake. My grandma made the best. I actually used to rate visits to my friends' houses based on all of their different puffed wheat cakes. Peter's mom, too dry, too crunchy. Philip's mom, too soft, didn't hold together. Janie's mom, not enough chocolate. Richard's mom, too much coconut. Rolly Messner's mom didn't mix the walnuts in, just sprinkled them on top. Nearly impossible to get proper walnut distribution during consumption. Hard to get a good piece of puffed wheat cake some days. Mind you, you know that old joke, why is pizza like sex? 'Cause even when it's bad, it's still pretty good? You could probably include puffed wheat cake in that equation. Mom's was pretty good, but Grandma's at Christmas, the best. Wash it down with the homemade root beer, then some hard candy. Then, do it all again, if you could get away with it. What am I getting for Christmas? Sugar. Yay, that's what I wanted. And then later, Christmas Eve, the presents came out. Santa came! Monopoly! Yay! Hey, Mary, did you get Scrabble? No, it's Scrabble from Ukraine. All the tiles are the letter Q. You want to play?
No, maybe later.
And then eventually the wintry drive back home, me under a blanket in the back seat, sleeping after the sugar crash. All my gifts safely in the trunk. And you know, some years there was good stuff too. Hockey stick, toboggan, new toy cars. It wasn't all schmago. Those were great times. But I'll tell you what else was happening in the day. TV. TV was coming into its own. And on TV at Christmas, no one got together on a dark night in January and ate cabbage. Oh no. They woke up December 25th in matching pajamas, robes, and slippers. They opened presents, and they put a turkey in the oven. On TV, Dad was showered and shaved, and not hungover. Year after year, the media pressure mounted. People listened less and less to what the church said, and more to what the TV was offering. Soon, our tree went up earlier, and on December 25th, I was allowed to open one gift. The rest, of course, would have to wait the 2 weeks for Christmas Eve at Grandma's farm. Open this one, Larry. It's one mitten. Yay. Listen, I don't know if you've noticed, but despite some dangerous childhood activities, I still have two hands. Well, maybe you'll get that other mitten in 2 weeks, if you're good. So, one mitten at a time, one extra toy car, year after year, and slowly our Christmas moved from the old Julian calendar to the more widely accepted Resnick's hardware store calendar. We still did the Christmas Eve extravaganza just 2 weeks earlier. So by noon, Christmas Day, I could go out and throw snowballs at passing cars with the rest of the evildoers. That was good. Many people, mostly the older demographic, still gather on the evening of January 6th with 12 meatless dishes and honor that day as well. Whenever you celebrate, or whatever you celebrate, my wish for you is for health and happiness, peace, and prosperity. I actually saw this phrase as graffiti on a wall once, so I didn't invent it, but I love it so and have been using it ever since. Merry everything and happy always. Thanks for supporting my podcast. And according to my calendar, I'll be back next week with a new episode of I Was 8. In the meantime, try and be good.
I Was 8 is a weekly storytelling podcast written, produced, and voiced by Larry Fedoruk. Larry Fedoruk, that's Fedoruk, can be reached at larryfedoruk37@gmail.com.
You rolled a 5. Come on, Philip, move your ox. Why do I have to be the ox? Why couldn't I have been the potato? 'Cause I wanted to be the potato, and it's my game. Okay, I'm on Crimea Place. Can I buy it? No. Why? 'Cause no one is allowed to own property. My turn. Yay! It says I've passed the security check. Collect coupon for loaf of day-old bread. Your move. Oh, go to jail? How do I get out? You never get out. Those are the rules. I win! I hate Monopoly. It's a stupid game. You're stupid. No, you are. Why don't you go home? Why don't you go home? I am at home. Why don't you make me? Why don't you make a pie and throw it in your face? Shut up. You shut up. No, you shut up. I said first, you shut up. I said last. Want to play Scrabble? No. Hey, Mom made buckwheat cake. You have any root beer? Yeah, I only have one left. You can have a Pepsi. How come I have to have the Pepsi? This is my house, and I want the root beer. All right.